President David Granger on Thursday issued instruments of ministerial appointments to Government Member of Parliament Hemraj Rajkumar, who has been confirmed as the Minister of Business, and Mrs. Tabitha Saraboe-Haley as Minister of the Public Service in the Ministry of the Presidency. The two new ministers now join the cabinet. Non-cabinet ministers, Mrs. Simona Charles Brooms, Ms. Annette Ferguson, and Mrs. Valerie Patterson-Yearwood will now be going to new ministries. Simona Charles Brooms now assumes responsibility for youth affairs, not as part of the Department of Social Cohesion, Youth and Sport, but as part of the Ministry of the Presidency.
The Honourable Annette Ferguson will be transferred from the Ministry of Communities. Ministry will be transferred to the Ministry of Communities from the Ministry of Public Infrastructure, and will have responsibility for housing development. And the Honourable Valerie Patterson-Yearwood will be transferred from the Ministry of Communities to the Ministry of Agriculture to assume responsibility for rural affairs. I congratulate the new members of Cabinet and Government and the newly reassigned ministers, and I urge them all to obey faithfully the oath of office.
Minister within the Public Health Ministry, Dr. Karen Cummins, has been moved to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, while Mrs. Dawn Hastings Williams is now confirmed the Minister of State in the Ministry of the Presidency. Former Minister of State Joseph Harmon will now have a non-ministerial role in helping the President to manage the Ministry of the Presidency.
As you know, the Ministry has several large departments. I'm responsible for defense, I'm responsible for environment, I'm responsible for energy, and there are several other commissions. In addition to that, there are three large departments, the Department of the Public Service, Department of Culture, Youth and Sport, and the Department of Energy. These are all very large very huge administrative responsibilities, and I need his assistance in helping me to manage it.
Given that Minister Greenwich had to demit office since he holds dual citizenship, the President felt Dr. Karen Cummins was the fittest person to head that ministry. In the wake of several damning allegations against Minister Valerie Patterson-Yearwood, the President felt it best to transfer her, though he added that she has not been convicted of any wrongdoing. Some of the other ministers that demitted office will continue to assist the government. The President did not rule out appointing other junior ministers to the cabinet. Handel Duncan, HGP Nightly News.